Alright, there we go. We're back and we have audio, so that is definitely good. Sorry for keeping you guys waiting because yeah, they, we just had some technical difficulties which well, I guess third time lucky didn't help. So at the moment, at the top, the Alfa Romeos doing pretty well. Well, obviously they got a 1-2 last time out in Australia, so that definitely they're continuing their form pretty much, and 128 flat is the time to beat at the moment, and it's set on the set of softs. So looks like early on actually, Drift King already going out on the softs. So yeah, I'm not sure. Well, usually they all go out on the set of mediums or hards to get used to the track. But what's your routine actually, Callum? Not to give away too much, but yeah.
It's basic. It's what we're seeing from most of them now. What we're seeing from Paraquix, Cheesy Train, Lewis, Tom, and Joe. Hards at the start, and then going the mediums at the end, or maybe even going the hards midway through, just due to the kind of track evolution. But Paraquix is on a second lap on the hards. His first lap of 29.5 is a very competitive lap, but you probably can improve. Still a little bit of a too early downshift. As he's going to come in the pits? Yeah, he is. Maybe that was an in lap there, but yeah, it's a good lap from Paraquix at 29.5 on those hards. Is somebody Tom's got with a 29.7. And at P5, that's another very good lap, 29.7 on those hards. He'll obviously go out later on those mediums to improve on the lap he's previously set, but that's a good banker lap there, and that's a very good way to start off the session, as well as looking further up. Driftkingpro 28 flat's a good lap on the softs, but obviously he's got two more goals to improve on that one. 4 tenths behind his Scott at 28.4, another decent lap, and a 28 from the label Red Devil, the other soft runner. So yeah, it's looking competitive so far, mix of strategies all throughout the field, so we're definitely in for a cracker race so far.
Yeah, indeed. Then RT coming around the final corner. I believe he's going to set a lap. Yes, he does. Puts himself up into P3. A 128.8 on a set of mediums. So that is...
That's an impressive time, and it's worrying that it's not far off what I was doing. So yeah, it's a good lap there from Arty. But that's probably indicating that he will go out on those softs later on. I don't really see him retiring with what he's got. I think, is he pushing still, or is he just on an in-lap? Yeah, he's on an in-lap now, but I don't really see him doing. I'm seeing him doing another lap later on. Perez is still not to see come out. Oh, that's him. As I said, that he's now coming out the pits on the hard compound. So as I said, he's coming out midway through the session, so he's getting a little bit of a more rubber than track. As that's now Joe starting a lap, but Arty might get in the way. No, it wasn't Arty, it was the McLaren, and got in the way there, and Joe's not happy with that one, pulling back into him there, and that is not ideal to start off his lap. He's going to have to go round again, and traffic really getting in the way there. And that will be one that the steward will have to look at there. He definitely did impede his lap. I think the McLaren just didn't really see Joe coming through there. I thought that was Arty, but it wasn't, it was the McLaren, so yeah, that wasn't ideal there, and he's going to have to go again and try and get a lap in on those hards.
Yeah, so yeah, I think well, just the nature of turn 1, because the pit exit just extends into turn 1. Well, very lucky not to end both their sessions really, because obviously looking back to a few incidents around that corner, yeah, crashes may happen, so yeah, it's just one of those things. You just gotta have to pick yourself up and go again. But yeah, what do you say the strategy is going to be like, Cal?
Well, I think starting on those softs, it can go either way. You can do the two-stop, probably slow around here, but if you want to do the one-stop, you're going to have to stretch out those softs, probably 7, 8, or even 9 laps, and go to the hards. It's going to be a tricky strategy. I don't see a lot of people doing it, but if they do it, it is definitely not going to be easy. Then if you're going to qualify on those mediums, it's mediums to hards. Pretty simple. I don't really see anyone doing the two-stop starting on the mediums. Paraquic's going on the softs now, but I'm assuming he's just going out just to get a feel for the track at the moment. I don't see Paraquic setting a competitive lap on those softs at the moment. He'll probably just come back into the pits, but if you're on those mediums, it's just a simple medium to hard. Maybe even might see a few start on the hard outside the top 10, so yeah. It's semi-simple, but it's a little bit more diverse than we would see the likes of like Australia last week, where it was quite a simple strategy.
Yeah.
This is yellow flag sector 2. I think that was just the Alpha getting out of the way of people. And
well,
actually,
Bahrain
Joe didn't actually get a lap in there. He came into the pit, so that means he's going to have to just do it all or nothing on those mediums. Sorry, to interrupt you there, but yeah, I thought that was quite surprising actually.
Yeah, I think, well, obviously he got blocked on the last run, so I think he's, well, that set of tires that he was on probably was already been used up. Oh, as we have a Red Bull going a little bit slow. I think Perez is coming up to him, going to set a lap. A lot of traffic on this lap for Perez there. But I think he's just going to get this lap in.
Yeah,
Across the line.
wide though, it's...
Oh, I think he's
an
starting.
invalid lap. No, it's an invalid 29.2, which should have been actually a very good competitive time. I think he actually invalidated it out of that last corner there. I think he just got that right wheel just slightly off the cover, maybe it was another point, and that is him back to he's not going again. But as a 29.2 on those hards, actually a good lap, and that would have put him first out of the hard runner. So I did say watch out for Perez, and he's definitely fulfilling that potential I gave him, and yeah, he's looking good. Possible return for Perez next season. Obviously it's very early for him to talk about tier 1, but yeah, he didn't race last week, I don't think. He's looking very quick so far.
Yeah, he looks like he's showing pace even on the hardest compound, and let's see what his progress will be over the course of the race. 6 minutes left of the session, or 6.5 minutes, as we head towards the 3-minute mark, where most of the fast laps will be set pretty soon. But we look at label Red Devil across the line. He doesn't improve. And
yeah,
looks like that was just a feeler lap.
Yeah, I think he might have made a mistake there. He's now, is it going again? Yeah, he is. I think he might have made a mistake there on that lap because it wasn't really competitive at all there. So that was a strange one there from Label Red Devil. Is that Cheesy Train? Is he on a lap? No, he's just on an out lap, I think. But on those medium tyres.
Thorpsey, yeah, hopefully I pronounced that properly.
Yeah,
he's put himself in P11 and on the soft compound, so the Red Bull down in P11. Joel and Perez both yet to set a lap, so we'll find out pretty soon, hopefully. Hopefully they get a lap in. This looks like Joel is on the lap on the medium compound. Down the triple hander.
Yeah, he actually seems pretty quick so far on those mediums, so thought 5 start for Joe's definitely possible. Obviously got that hard lap and PD just coming at the end of the second sector, getting on that curve, trying to get nice and early on that power. It's very easy to lose the car there coming through this right hander. Don't want to get in that curve, but try and get as close as possible when coming in the next right hander. Easy to cut that one there, 4th gear though, through it all. Takes that very nicely now, coming up into the penultimate corner, as it's the second last corner for some reason. Sometimes we'll get right out in that curve, miss that curbing inside, and he does that very well indeed, and it's now foot flat to the floor. And can I get across the line? Can this be a competitive lap from the Renault man? It looks good, and it is good. It's P3 for Joe there, 28.4. Very impressive lap there, and he got that hard lap ruined, but it looks like he didn't need it. That's a very good lap there, and he'll be happy with that. And let's hope he does go back to the pits and doesn't retire on track, because that could be a cheeky wee... What do you get now? A penalty point for it? So let's hope he doesn't do that. But we've obviously got to see a few others improve on their either soft run or even the medium run, so but that's a good way to start off this qualifying session for him, because that is his first lap.
Wow, getting within 4/10 of the fastest lap at the moment. Well, on the medium tires, I must add, and that is stellar lap from Joel there. I think, well, your prediction was right. He's going to be in contention for the top 5, and he's definitely showing that now.
Yeah, I think he's just now putting it back to pits. I've still to see Arty, Cheesy Train, Reese. He's actually up into 5th. I didn't see him there. He's set a good lap there. And obviously, as Paraquix, he's also out in the mediums. Is he on a runner now? I think he is. Yeah, he's on
Yeah,
the medium run now. So yeah, just coming to set to now that right hander. And he's done it very similar. It's nothing too much to lose or gain through there. Misses that apex slightly there. That's a little bit more time he can be gained there. But now coming into the penultimate corner here, I think, looking what I've seen, I think it's going to be tough if he can beat Joe's lap, but it would be impressive if he does 4th here. Missing that big curb in the middle there, and he's coming now across the line. Can he beat that P3 time from Joe? And yes, he does. It's a 28.1.
Wow.
Wow, I've ate my words there. That's a very impressive lap there from Paraquix up into P2, and that is very good. Even beating the soft run from Scotland, only a 10th of Driftkingpro's time, which he set on the soft. So very, very impressive pace there from Paraquix, and wow, that's definitely a good time. And I don't see many people beating that at the moment.
Yeah, and I guess most of the guys have been practicing then. I mean,
Yeah,
the
looks
pace
like it.
has been so good from what looks like, and there's a bit of a traffic jam in the pit lane, but
Yeah, I've
we'll
seen that
ignore
there.
that. But yeah, it's looks like one of the Haas's coming down into turn 1. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
An eye on that
interestingly
one.
Joe, no, sorry, Cheesy Train, sorry, is went out on the softs. Oh wait, or is that? I'm not sure. Is that just my game being weird, or is no? He's on the mediums. Okay, that's just my game being weird. On the softs,
Oh,
and
he
that's a
says he's
dive
on
from.
soft for me.
No, is he?
Oh yeah.
It looks like he's on the
Che-
softs, but it says for me that he's on the mediums. I think he is on the medium. Oh no, 'cause it says for me on the board at the side that he's on the mediums, but then I don't know.
Ah,
Oh no,
well,
he's on the softs. Okay, that's it fixed now. That's
yeah.
that. I just had it on the wrong, but I thought it was the best. So they're a lot of them are on the softs. Arty on the softs, Cheesy Train on the softs, Tom Goring on the softs, Lewis on the softs, Al, what should we call him? Al also on the softs, and Thorpsey all on the softs, and then all Perez on the mediums, and he's just on that outlap with it. So I don't actually see Driftkingpro keeping that time. I'm going to see Lewis is going to get pole here. I think I'm going to put it out now. I think we're going to see Lewis get pole. I think there's a label Red Devil. He's just come to the end of his lap, if I'm right in saying that. It is on the soft compound. Can he get that pole off Driftkingpro? No, he cannot. It was a 28.5, a small improvement there, but it doesn't put him up any further in the leaderboard. But that can make all the difference as the others do set a lap. Tom Goring very close behind Perez on his lap actually. That could be a little bit off-putting. Or is it Perez? No, it's Cheesy Train.
Cheesy train.
Yeah, so that could be a little bit off-putting for him, I think. He probably would have ideally liked to be a little bit further behind than that.
Well, probably he wants to get some tow from Cheesy Train, but not sure if this will gain him much time. We'll see by the end of this lap, but he's gaining a lot down the straight, and he's very close to Cheesy Train now around the corners, so that's definitely not what you want, because you want as much grip around the corners as you can. And the checker flag is waving, so this will be the final run for all the guys. And as we follow Tom Gory and then Cheesy Train down into the fast triple left-hander, or is it double left-hander? My apologies. Looks like Cheesy Train got off to a very wheel-spinny exit through that corners. I'm not sure, but yeah, he got very wide into the inside there. But looks like, well, this is the part of the circuit that you don't want to be following anyone around, but looks like Tom negotiates that well. Down to this straight. Can Tom put himself right up there with his teammate in P5, or will he better his teammate? Cheesy Train backs off that lap, and now Tom, round the final corner, accelerates off the final corner. DRS wide open. Where is he going to put his Haas up to? P3. on the grid at the moment provisionally for Tom Gorian in the Haas. BMGLewis puts himself into pole position, a 127.8 on the soft compound tires, and that is well, immense lap from him. Alfa Arty goes to provisional pole, a 127.8, only 400s in it. And who else is gonna be beating that time? Looks like no one is left, as apart from Thorpsey, but I think he's on a back off lap, so yeah, he's coming across the line. And that is qualifying for the RFL Season 4 Tier 2 Bahrain Grand Prix. So, wow. Arty, pole position on the soft tires, must be said, but still, not going to take it away from him. He's got pole. Why don't you run us down the grid order, Cal?
Yep. Well, for Tier 2, Arty is going to be leading the grid from pole position, followed behind the winner last time out in the Alfa Romeo BMGLewis. Followed behind him is his teammate Driftkingpro, Paraquix in P4, Tom Gorian in P5, Scott in P6, a good lap from him actually, Joe there in P7 on the medium compound, Label Red Devil in P8, S Perez in 9th, Reese in 10th, Cheesy Train in 11th, Al in 12th, and Thorpsey rounds out the grid in 13th.
Man, that was good qualifying, wasn't it? Got quite a few mixed strategies going on. Some opting for the mediums, and most of them going for the softs, surprisingly.
Yep, I think that's what I took out the kind of strangest thing from this. Those soft tyres, they're going to be quick at the start, but they really do kind of fade away 5-6 laps in. The degradation really does kick in. I think we're going to see, I think Paraquix has got a great chance here. Obviously he's going to have those fresher hards at the end. Those mediums is a lot better of a race tyre, and definitely for a great shout though. But he could probably get kind of gobbled up in the pack though. He's got Tom Gorian and Scott behind him on the softs. Obviously going to get a little bit of a better start. So that'll definitely be an interesting one to see if Paraquix can keep up with the guys on the soft tyres. And if he can, then he's got a great chance of getting a podium or possibly a win today.
Yeah, indeed. Then, well, Arty's stealing pole position from the two Alfa Romeos there, and at the moment looks like it looks like Arty will be leading at the moment, but I don't know. Can't call the prediction really, because the grid is so, yeah, it looks like anyone can win.
Yeah,
and
I think
I can't give a accurate answer. But if you want to make a call, who would you go for?
I'm gonna just kind of go up. I think you could say Simon Bourne, let's say Paraquix. I think he was that pace on the mediums is pretty good. So I think he's got a great chance. But I think also if he doesn't make mistakes, you know, I think that is key around here. I did a league race last night, ILR. It was a different track, it was Australia, but so many people make mistakes. I think it was the same in any league you get this early on in the game, and it'll be the same probably tonight in Tier 1. Just keeping it on the track, that curb, and I think it's turn 7, and the exit, that can throw you off, and it's a ruthless track. The bit that Driftkingpro and the leaders are coming through, that right-hander, that curb there, that's brutal. If you get on the curb and the inside, it just spins the car around. So really, if Paraquix and anyone just can keep a clean race, and this could be a very intriguing race. And Lewis backing off quite a lot as well. That's interesting.
Yeah, Arty going very far ahead. Oh, yeah, the Alfa Romeo's really backing off here. I think they just want to get the most heat into the tires as well as the brakes. And as the drivers are slotting into their grid slots, looks like we should be getting this race underway, but be sure to leave your predictions in the chat room. We will look through that at the end of this race, but 20 laps ahead of us. Who is going to be the winner? Who's going to come out on top for the RFL Season 4 Bahrain Grand Prix? As the last car slots into the grid slot, here we go. To the 5 red lights for the Bahrain Grand Prix. The lights go out and we're great for racing. Looks like RT gets off to a great start. Alfa Romeos are right behind him though. But looks like they can't mount a challenge, or can they? As they head into turn 1, looks like Lewis alongside RT. Paraquicks alongside Drift King. Side by side. Wow, 4 of them going into turn number 3. RT side by side with Lewis. Who's going to come out on top? Lewis up the inside of RT. RT still hanging in the lead of this race. The 2 Alfa Romeos hanging back very well. Tom gets off to a great start as well. Perez up into P6. And that is a very good start for the Racing Point. He is, well, I think he's jumped up quite a few positions, I would say. As we look towards the back, not much position changing apart from Joel is down in P13. I'm not sure what's happened to him then.
Maybe a little bit of contact there. That's not ideal at all.
Oh, that's not good for the Renault driver, as looks like Scott having a look at Perez ahead, but looks like at the moment nothing is going to be doing for him, so going to stick behind for now. But yeah, look at the gap. It's still pretty close.
Yeah,
I would expect
Paraquicks
some
under
of
a
them
lot
to
of
pull away.
pressure from Tom Goring. Actually might have to do a bit of defend. Tom looks for a move there and gets very close up behind that Mercedes bumper there, but Paraquicks shouldn't be struggling on those mediums. I said that at the start. He's did what he had to do at the start, but now he's going to have to do defending from Tom Goring. He pulls over to the right a little bit. Now he's got to defend to the inside, and Tom's going to have to go all the way around to the outside there. First gear there, can he get the traction on the exit? Yes, he does there. A little moment there. Whoa. As he squeezes Paraquicks there. Very close between the 2, and Paraquicks keeps P4, but Tom Goring's not done yet as he sits in the slipstream. It looks for a dive, but he doesn't fully commit there. And he can nearly find himself hitting the back of Paraquicks once again there, but good races from both of them there. But Paraquicks, he keeps on that P4, but he is losing time now to those front runners. Is actually Tom looks for it down the inside. Oh, Tom, I don't even know if he meant the move there. He locked up his front moves and he just went for it. Paraquicks left him the room, but Tom just didn't have enough in him there. But I think a definitely move that Tom will be wanting to get done fairly soon if he wants to try and catch up with the front 3 there.
Yeah, looks like Paraquicks' medium tire is not switching on for him at the moment, but obviously the harder compound takes a few laps to get into grips compared to the softs. Looks like at the moment the soft tire runners are definitely much faster than Paraquicks, but Tom, yeah, like you mentioned before, he's gonna have to make this quick and just literally waste no time spending behind Paraquicks, because this is going to actually determine his strategy, because this may wreck his strategy or literally help his strategy, as looks like Tom just not close enough actually to make a move on Paraquicks, and at the moment cycling down the grid so far is nothing much going on. RT still leads this race, but not by much.
Wow, okay, that was very dangerous there. Thopsy went for a very, very, very audacious dive from there on Joe. Joe had to take it in, avoiding action, weaving in frustration there. Joe made the move on Thopsy. I didn't really mention just not that long ago, but I think Thopsy, I don't know what happened there, but he went for the move, and hell, that was a very, very scary move indeed. And just looking up front as well, Lewis put under a lot of pressure on Arty there. I think Lewis thinks he's a lot quicker and needs to get a move on there. Same with Tom on Paraquicks, but Paraquicks now looks like he's got the groove in those tyres, and he seems like he's got a little bit more pace now, and he's now actually closing into the back of Driftkingpro. So Paraquicks looking very promising so far, getting some good pace now going after that kind of scary first 2 laps.
Yep, and DRS is active for this lap, so that start-finish straight is going to be a slipstream fest as we head to it now. Looking at BMGLewis, looks like if he gets a good run, he can have a go at RT with the DRS and the ERS, put everything up to power. And looks like at the moment it's gaining, but is it going to be enough as they head into turn 1? It's going to be an audacious dive bomb, and Lewis thinks better of it. Stays behind RT, gets the second bite of the cherry. It's for turn 3. And still, looks like Arty, is an X at the moment. That's not going to be good.
I think Joe's been an instant lift
side by side,
McLaren.
Driftkingpro and Paraquick, sorry to cut you off there.
That's
Side by
fine.
side, still heading towards the middle sector. Driftkingpro just edges ahead of Paraquicks. Up the inside goes Paraquicks. In the hairpin, switchback from Driftking. And is there damage to the front wing of Driftking there? Looks like there's no damage as they head towards the double left-hander, I should say. Yeah, I completely messed up there. It's left-hander, not right-hander. And looks like Driftking is, Paraquicks just ahead of Driftking by the end of the battle.
Oh yeah, just quick mention there on Joe. I think he might have made some contact with Al, who is now out of the race. Not too sure what happened, didn't really see it, but that is unfortunate. And Scott, I kind of mentioned he is kind of breaking away from that kind of top 6 group there. Label Red Devil put him under a bit of pressure, but it wasn't too much, and I think Scott managed to kind of hold him off for that lap.
Here comes Lewis down the straight. Arty defenseless there, really, and up the inside goes Lewis into turn 1. Is Arty gonna mount a challenge? Lewis not just shutting the door for Arty, and Arty just has to accept the fact that he's gonna have to be in P2 for a bit. And well, second bite of the cherry for Arty, so he can close back up to Lewis. Look at the closing speed in the corners for Arty to Lewis, and looks like it's not the last we'll see of this battle.
Yep, and now Tom Gorey's closing in the back of Driftkingpro now. I think Driftkingpro's closing, kind of falling back up. But also mentioned, Arty's really low on ERS, 20% already. Was at 5% on that straight there, so really kind of been pushing already, and it's not going to be ideal, as he's probably going to fall back a little bit into Paraquick now. And Driftkingpro under a lot of pressure from Tom Gorey, and Tom getting right up close bit behind Alfa Romeo, but I don't think we'll see anything. Also another one quite low in the RS is about 30%, so when he's very light on the brakes there. Yep, you've seen it as well there, very close to the back of that Alfa Romeo, but he's alive, and Driftkingpro going quite wide through there. I think his tyres could be going off already, possibly. It looks like it could be happening.
Yeah, indeed, and looks like Tom having a great run on Driftking, but Driftking really struggling on the soft compound tyres. Tom is going to get the DRS, and he's going to get the run on Driftking. But is Arty going to mount a challenge on Lewis? Looks like not at the moment, so we'll look back on this battle for P4. Tom right up the back of Driftking. Round the outside, he has to negotiate this though. And whoa, just on the apex. And Tom makes it through Driftking. But Tom has a compromise run for turn 3. Is this going to be an opportunity for Driftking to get back on Tom? Round the outside goes the Alfa Romeo, goes deep into the corner, switchback from Driftking. Amazing move from the Alfa Romeo, and Tom has to stick behind for P5. Very smart from the Driftking.
Yeah, it was just a little bit strange from Tom. I don't understand why he just didn't move over to the left. The room was there. It wasn't like Driftking was kind of squeezing him at all. That was a little bit stranger, because then he broke late, and then Driftking just got a switchback. Well, only a strange one there from Tom Gorey, and I think looking back at this, he'll be kicking himself there. But he just didn't move over, and that is Reese and Cheesy Train. Cheesy Train's now got by Reese there up into P9. It's a good move, but it might not be done yet. Reese is looking at it, but not much there. So well done. I think Cheesy Train recently signed for the Bossman Academy, so yeah, trying to kind of try and prove a point, as Lewis is up there winning the race at the moment, so he's got a point to prove. As next up for him is Label Red Devil.
And looking back to the front, Paraquicks looks like he's got up to grips with his medium tires, and look at the speed he's got on Arty. Arty once again defenseless into turn 1, well, even before they get to turn 1 this time. And looks like Paraquicks, Arty sends it back up the inside, so that is something else. I've never seen that before. I thought Paraquicks was clear, but looks like Arty found a bit of grip, and looks like side by side into turn 3, wheel banging is the two of them. Looks like Arty just ahead, and Arty back up into P2. I said he was defenseless. He proved me wrong there, so good on you.
And
Oh,
then
still
Label
have
Red
a
Devil
battle.
on Cheesy Train.
Ooh.
Getting very close. Cheesy actually got ahead, but Label got back by him down at turn 3, but Cheesy Train's not giving up yet. He's not going to make him in at turn 10. But does he go for a dive bomb out of Birdacious? He's going to try and hang it round outside. Can he get the better exit on the Haas driver? He keeps it in third gear. It doesn't give him the best exit there. But he's now in the section. He's got the ERS. He's got a lot of ERS, and 90%, and he's going down the inside. You don't normally see a move there, but Cheesy Train made it work. I said he's got a point to prove Julian Bossman, and he's doing well so far. Those medium tyres treating him well, as those sauce are definitely going to start to lack now. And it's going to be round 2 now for Paraquix and Arty, but Arty could pit this lap. I could see it happening. As does Lewis coming into the pits, though. Does not does Arty come in the pits? No. So he's definitely going to be vulnerable now to Paraquix as they come along the pit straight. Paraquix there, he moves over to the right. Arty's not got the ERS again to play with there, and I don't think he's going to do it, and Paraquix a little bit more aware of Arty this time, and he keeps it inside. Arty's going to have to give up the position. I don't think he's going to do much though. He's in DRS, got the slipstream, and will he go for a move? Paraquix defence inside. He's going to have to be round it outside, going into turn 3 there. Is he going to hang it round outside? Paraquix does give him the room, but it's not enough, and that is now Scott and Label Red Devil coming into the pits, and they're now on the medium, so that is a 2-stop strategy from them.
Yeah, Drift King and Tom, both going on this, yeah, like you mentioned, 2-stop strategy. So that is interesting, actually. So let's see how this pans out for them.
Paraquix already right up the back of Lewis, so it just shows you how quick those mediums are compared to the soft tyre. Lewis really now struggling. I'll be surprised if Lewis doesn't come into the pits this lap. And Paraquix really taking advantage of those mediums as Lewis, yep, got in the curb there. That was a little bit of a hairy moment for our race leader. And he missing the apex
look
there,
at
so
the
really
closing
struggling
speed.
now. Yeah, he completely missed up that corner, did Lewis there. And only one more corner to go and they should be able to pit. And now Paraquix will be set free, but those hards are fairly quick though. So I think Lewis might be able to stay ahead as he pulls over to the right there. Hopefully Paraquix doesn't know he's going into the pits yet. He pulls out. Lewis comes into the pits, and I'm going to check, and Arty follows him into the pits as well, so that's going to promote Perez up into second place, but just going on board with Lewis. I think, yep, it's a hard tyre for both of them, so that is a one-stop strategy. Reese goes up into P4, Cheesy Trade up into P3 as well, so those medium runners have got some freer now, and it'll be interesting to see. This is where it gets interesting with the strategy.
Pro sets the fastest lap of the race, so he is up into P6, and behind him is his teammate, so this is going to be awkward, isn't it? Side by side split strategies the Alfa Romeos are doing, so yeah, at the moment looks like Lewis has let his teammate go because he's on the fastest compound.
No, that is wrong in my opinion.
Oh, up the inside goes Lewis, side by side into turn 3. Looks like, well, I say that well, looks like Lewis is giving him space now, but looks like, yeah, still, is it going to be enough?
Yeah, if I was in Lewis's shoes there, I wouldn't have thought Driftkingpro there. Just try and stay within his DRS, that will help you. Arty picks up a penalty there as well. But Driftkingpro is going to have to push him. I don't think fighting him was the right thing there from Lewis. But
oh, do we have a spinner? Cheesy Train is round, and that is him losing some of his front wing. So that is not going to be good for him, as he's going to peel into the pit lane, and he's on the mediums as well. So his strategy is out the window now.
Compromise now. No, it's not. It's not horrible. He'll come into the pits now on those hards. Nice, stays out.
And Tom actually got ahead of Lewis, I think. And
yeah.
He's now chasing after Drift King.
Yeah. Yeah, so those two, Tom and Drift King, obviously on the soft, so Lewis doesn't really worry too much about them.
Arty is into the pits. What has happened to Arty? Has he got front wing damage then? Yeah,
he does. Changing the front wing, comes in for a second set of hards, that is. I think it is, yeah. So that is really unlucky for Arty. He had great pace leading the race up until I think about lap 5, and he comes in the pits and that's it. Probably maybe spun the car, made contact. Did they make contact with Cheesy Train maybe, or they weren't on track together? Nah, I don't know. Then that's a strange one.
No,
It's a very
Cheesy Train
strange
made
one.
contact with Reese, I believe. So that.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. That's a strange one.
But
That's a very strange one.
yeah, the guys on the softs are catching up to Cheesy Train, the likes of Cheesy Train and Reese. So it'd be interesting to see if they are gonna put up much of a fight, because they're on different strategies, and if you don't want to lose too much time, you might as well just let them go. But it'll be interesting to see how they play this out. As Drift King, is he within DRS of Cheesy Train? I think just outside of it. Yeah. So he will be. Oh, actually, he is within DRS range. As they head into turn 1, a lot of ERS for him to utilize. And up the inside, no. Cheesy Train stays ahead, but looks like Drift King will get the run on Cheesy Train. Look at the difference between the soft and the worn out mediums, but obviously Drift King is on the 2-stop and Cheesy Train will not interfere at all. So that is him demoted down to P5, but we'll see how this strategy pans out for him.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely those medium runners. I think that's going to be the tyres kind of going off a little bit now. But it's still going to be interesting to see what's the gap to the leader from Lewis. It's 25 seconds. I think is that enough? I'm going to just keep an eye on that gap. See what teams Paraquick's been doing compared to Lewis. So Lewis did first lap's a 32.9, Paraquick's did a 32.2. And a 31.9 there, so Paraquick's is flying compared to Lewis there. So yeah, Paraquick's is looking really good to come out in lead of this, well, the net lead of this race. So yeah, very good indeed.
Perez is in for Racing Point,
and Tom going on Cheesy Train there.
Flag.
Down the inside, Tom goes. This is for P5. You don't normally see a move there. They're going to make contact, and Tom nearly goes into a spin there, but he keeps it, and Tom will be wanting to get by Cheesy Train as quick as possible. Cheesy on those old mediums, Tom on those fresh soft tyres. DRS is available to him there, and he's going to go down the inside. It's going to be a dive, and he does the dive there, logs up the front right a little bit there, but he makes the move stick up into a P3, but that is not a net P3. I don't think Cheesy Train has much to say about that one, as Tom actually gets a DRS as well, but quite low on ERS, so he'll need to keep an eye on that one as well.
Yep. Perez comes out in P6, so he comes out where he was pretty much over the course of this race. So he's on the hard compound, fresher hard compounds I must add, so he'll be going to the end of this race. And as the tire wear goes on for the guys who are doing one stop, say Lewis and maybe Arty. Well, Arty unfortunately has fallen down to P9, but yeah, Lewis is, or speaking of Lewis, all over the back of Cheesy Train. Around the outside of this corner, looks like he's gonna have to force his way through it, but not enough grip to go for the outside there. But look at the closing speed for the next phase, and up the inside he goes. Cheesy Train leaves the room, but still unable to find the grip that he requires to make the move stick. But looks like he's staying behind to get the DRS for the straight, and this should be an easy move. And Cheesy Train goes to the inside, thinks about going into the pits. Oh, that's a squeeze and a half, but looks like Lewis just scrapes through. Up the inside goes Cheesy Train. Oh, avoiding action had to be taken there from Lewis, but looks like Lewis just breezes past, back up the inside, the second phase of turn 1.
Yeah, good boss man, academy drivers here going at it, try to prove a point to the the owners of the team, put me in that main team, and yeah, Lewis doing a good job so far in tier 2. Cheesy Train, I think this is his first race, and yeah, good hard racing from him. Very, very risky move there from Lewis. I don't think it was 100% necessary, but all this battling is now let Paraquat's pit and come out very far ahead. As that's Tom Corey, have a big moment there. So Paraquats is out, it's in at first place for Paraquats and it's looking good for him now. As he has to kind of, not cruise to the end, but just keep it on the track and go to the end and it will be looking good for the Mercedes man.
Yep, and Perez coming up to Cheesy Train, but looks like, yeah, Cheesy Train, I assume he'll be pitting pretty soon, but he's doing pretty well actually with that front wing damage on his car still,
Yeah.
so not bad,
Definitely.
not bad from Cheesy Train. And well, like you mentioned before, I didn't realize that Paraquicks had pit already, so that's him into P2 of this race.
Cheesy Train pits, yep. So that Perez is at a net P3 and that is very, very good. But I think this could be interesting now for that final podium position. Driftkingpro has got decent pace on those softs and it depends what his pace can be like on those mediums. I'm assuming he'll go on to at the end. Will be very deciding. But I think Perez could be under a little bit of threat for this final podium position. But I think we could also see a battle between Perez and Lewis evolve. Obviously Perez got those 3-lap older fresher hard, so we could possibly see a battle emerge between those two as well. So that's another one that we keep an eye on. Cheesy Train comes out in P8 under a bit of pressure from Arty. Actually, the two make contact going down in turn 1. Arty just overestimates it a little bit there, but he's now back in the slipstream. These two going after this is for P8. He's going to go down the inside, and it looks like a fairly easy move for Arty, but Cheesy Train, is he going to try and get it in the switchback? Yes, he does. Very good move there from Cheesy Train, but it is not done yet. The two still going side by side. Arty just gives him enough room, but it's still enough to send Cheesy Train round. Cheesy Train, it had the damage and it's been fixed and he's already rounded. He might even be overtook by Scottish coming round this section here, and he's now dropped down at P10. That is not ideal for Cheesy Train whatsoever.
Yeah, definitely not ideal, and yeah, just unfortunate really for Cheesy Train. And Tom is into the pits after 7 laps. What? Yeah, and I think he's going to be strapping on medium.
That was an early start. That's going to be a stretch on those mediums. I think fresh softs you can take about 9 laps. Yeah, maybe ideally want to take that lap extra, but well, Tom's now going to go on the crash move to try and get that undercut on Driftkingpro. Is going to come out in fresh air. Arty's just coming in the last corner now, so he's got plenty of time there for Tom to try and make his surge up the field. I think podium, don't rule it out just yet. I think I'm just going to check the penalties, but I don't think. Oh, actually, Driftkingpro the penalty. That's very interesting. Paraquicks is nothing. Lewis is nothing. Perez is nothing. Label Red Devil has 1 warning. Reese has nothing. Tom has nothing. I'll do Arty, who has 1 penalty. So yeah, penalties very minimum around here. It's not really a track where you like to get penalties. So yeah, I don't think we'll see many penalties make a difference. And now Paraquicks actually, I swear he's closing in to the back of Driftkingpro here, which is very interesting.
Yeah, he's got a pit stops gap to Driftkingpro already, so looks like Driftkingpro is gonna have to pull off a massive stint at the final stint, and he's gonna have to go very, very quickly. Well, on that set of medium tires, or yeah, that's the only option that he has. Medium tires. He can't go to the softs, and the hards wouldn't be ideal anymore. So yeah, alright, lap by lap, Paraquicks is just catching up to the Alfa Romeo. So is Lewis, so Lewis is not too far behind Paraquicks as well, but Paraquicks on much fresher hard tires. Label Red Devil is on the medium tires, so I assume he's gonna have to make one more stop, possibly. I'm not very sure. Oh, that's Cheesy Train.
Cheesy Train. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not ideal. That's his race just went from pretty good to okay to bad to now even worse for Cheesy Train. Want to forget, but it's Bahrain isn't. All of our tracks not stopped. Say wow, he got right on that curb there. That's brave stuff there from the Red Bull man, but not good. Red Bull's 9th, Toro Rosso 10th, and other Red Bull 11th. So not really taking much praise from what they got in real life. Is now Paraquicks very close to Driftkingpro, so those are softs going off now. by the looks of things, and those hards are even the quicker tyres. So Paraquic's looking to take the lead, the race lead. But I think Driftkingpro will be pitting this lap. I think he'll come out, I think, in P7, just ahead of Tom Gorian. But he'll have those fresh on mediums as well though. So he'll be on a charge now, and the charge route begins now. Paraquic's is now inherited the race lead there. And this has been a good try from him so far, and there's only 13 more laps to go. Or 12 laps, sorry, and then he will take this win, but Lewis will try and close that gap, but I think Paraquic's just has the pace advantage today.
Yep, he does. And where is Tom going to come out in comparison to Drift King? It's like, yeah, Tom's going to be a little bit, yeah, not a good day for Cheesy Train. And Drift King just comes out ahead of Tom Gorian, and looks like Tom, he's going to have to settle for P7 unless something else happens. But, well, he's got a chance to catch up to Drift King.
Yeah. I think it'll be like they might catch Reese and P5 in Label Red Devils off the pit. So it still could be a possible P5 on the cards for Tom, which will still be a very good race. And just to keep, just to point your attention, Perez, the gap was 2 seconds to Lewis. A few laps going out, it's 1.3. So we could see a battle between these two there. Lewis, he won last time out, but it's not looking like he's going to be letting Perez on the charge now. I said he'll be one to look out for, and he's doing that very well. 1.1 seconds, might even get a DRS this lap. But the ERS, Lewis does have a little bit more ERS to play with, but that doesn't matter. Perez just gets 3 lap newer tyres to play with. As the gap's 1 second, but he's 1,000th now. So he's really catching up now to Lewis, but I don't think it'll be enough this time around to get DRS. But that is going to be a one making it's now 8 tenths. Does Lewis have an issue?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Does he have front wing damage or something?
Because well, he's very, like, that's a second now. Perez is caught. He's now within the DRS coming up into turn 3. Does Lewis have an issue? Because it's strangely so they're from the Alfa Romeo driver there. Perez getting very close to the braking. I'm just going to go on board with Lewis, just see how he's going.
I mean, he's holding. I mean,
he's
not,
very. Just.
I don't know. Maybe.
And it's weird.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's gonna be tire wear because he's only got like 3 laps older tires.
Yeah. That's very strange, yeah. But he's pushed the gap back out a little bit. It's now just within that 1 second threshold, so maybe saving a bit of fuel, saving some ERS. He's got a lot more ERS to play with. Maybe that was it. Just one of those laps saving it. But it's definitely a strange one because now Perez is out the DRS. Okay, he's now back inside the DRS, but yeah, that's definitely strange indeed. Paraquic's fastest lap. Wow, that's very impressive. That bet, I think it was Driftkingpro's lap on the softs. So Paraquic's is just setting up a new tier for him there. So yeah, very impressive if Paraquic's yes, it's the fastest lap on the hards. And yeah, he's looking very good at the moment. Yeah. So
he's checked out, as Martin Brunner will have said. So
yep, he's already in China. He's looking good.
Yep.
He's definitely looking good.
So yeah, we'll keep an eye on the leaders ahead, but Driftkingpro, like, I'm okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. He looks like.
I think it was about 5 seconds to fill up, so.
Yeah. Not sure. It could be just me playing tricks on myself, but yeah, I think he is definitely catching Reese. So we lost Torpsy.
Is out.
Yeah, I'm not sure where's that, but
yeah, that's sector 3. Just going on board.
Final few corners.
Yep. If you go on board with Perez or Label Red Devil, you might see it now. So yeah, that's unlucky there for Thorpe. He was doing well. He was coming home for play at one point there. I think a little bit off the pace today from the front runners, but that's a shame. Oh wow, yeah, Lewis under a
well,
lot of pressure.
Perez. Yeah, Perez all over the back of Lewis now. What's happened to the pace of the Alfa Romeo? He's now having to defend from the racing point as they head into turn 1. Up the inside goes Lewis, side by side into turn 1. Perez is thereabout, side by side, and there goes Perez. Clear of the Alfa Romeo, but the Alfa Romeo is going to get the DRS for the next straight. Perez defends the inside, but looks like, yeah, going for the switchback move, and there goes Lewis back up the inside. So that is another tactical switch from the Alfa Romeo, but
was that a similar move to what was Label Red Devil made on Tom Goring, or was it Alfa Arty on Tom Goring? It was someone on Tom Goring, a very similar move. So yeah, doing well there. Lewis does stay ahead, but I don't see him keeping this position for longer now. Perez looks a lot quicker, but obviously he's got the big ERS advantage, so if I'm Perez, I'd be trying to save a bit of ERS as well though, because he's not really going to be able to make a gap as now Driftkingpro's on the back of Reese as well. So that could be an
he lost the
interesting
back end, does Reese. And
Yeah.
this may give Driftkingpro the run as they head into the second sector, turn 11 I believe. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Reese just getting the grip down and just staying ahead, but I think it's going to be inevitable soon that Drift King is going to get past him. And let's see if Reese can, how long can Reese hold on to this position. We've got 8 laps left of this race after this one. Switch back from Drift King, gets a good run, and that sets him up for the straight DRS, ERS, and that is going to be a swift pass, I think, from Drift King.
And just
unless Reese
up to Lewis.
Oh, there goes Reese, back up the inside into turn 1. And yeah, Drift King has to go back round the outside, but that is no harm done.
Yeah, sorry there. I thought that was a done battle, but Lewis and Perez were going at it. It was very similar what happened to the last time. Perez actually tried to do what Lewis did to him the lap before, tried to get on the switchback, but didn't really get the traction that he probably would have wanted. But this is actually
Arty
really
and
helping.
Label, sorry, Callum, going side by side into turn 3. Switch back from Label on fresh soft tires compared to Arty's old hards. And Arty getting the best of Label at turn 3. Good stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just wondering, do you think this is tactical between the two Alpha boys? Do you think Lewis is trying to hold up Perez for Drift King to try and get involved in the action? That's maybe what my reckoning is. I'm not too sure if I see it, but you never know.
Actually, now you mention it, I think yeah, I think this could be possible. Actually,
I feel Lewis would be doing it more though. I don't think it's like if you were going to hold, like, in I swear Driftkingpro's a penalty as well. Yeah, he does.
I mean, they could
and
try
Perez
actually.
I think it'd be risky though, and I don't think these two are like best friends or anything. I don't think they're like in a party together or anything. So, yeah, I think that's a strange one. I think if I'm Lewis, I would just kind of, if he's not got the pace, I would just try and hang on, and this kind of try. If you're going to let Perez by, then just stick within the DRS and save some ERS and then come up in the last lap or something. He's not really going to get the win at this rate, and this is 11 Driftkingpro to catch up, but probably not enough as Tom Goring's in the back of Reese as well. So I said up Tom could go on for a P5, and well, he is, and that's Perez getting by Lewis here. I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
It must be on the straight. Did Lewis get a poor exit? Or is strange.
I'm not sure.
A strange one.
I just caught the final few stages of the move being done, and Perez was ahead already. So Lewis is gonna get the DRS for the straight. But look at the ERS that he has compared to Perez. He has a lot of ERS to utilize down the straight. Gets a good run, does he? Sets himself up. And look at the, well, traction looks pretty good for Lewis, and he's going to breeze back past the racing point.
He does.
Does the Alfa Romeo?
Yeah, I think this could be tactical from Lewis. I think I know, I think Lewis could maybe have a few people helping him here, just like watching the stream, maybe giving him a few bit of help there. I think I think he's maybe aware of Perez's ERS situation, and I'm not too sure, I'm just kind of throwing conspiracies out there, but I think he could be aware. I forget coming up with everything, but I think he may be aware that Perez has this low ERS, and I think if we're watching him again, I think Lewis might let Perez buy this lap again. I think he might have let him buy so he can get him back on the main straight and save more ERS. Because I don't know, like he's got 100 ERS nearly as he actually bumps up in the overtake. I think we could see Lewis make a gap now and push, possibly, but we'll never know. I don't think Driftkingpro is going to get much more than 4th. I don't think Tom's going to get much more than 5th. And I don't think Race is going to get much more than 6th. I don't see Label Red Devil moving up either. But we could see Arty, and because I think he's now got by Arty as well. But I think this is going to be the only real battle. It's round 4 or 5, I think, between these two. But will Perez put on a challenge this lap, or will he just save the ERS and play it tactical? He keeps it in standard. He's in the DRS of Lewis. Lewis is pulling away though, a little bit on that straight, but he's losing the ERS as we speak. Lewis just bumps up into high there, obviously a higher ERS mode than what Perez is in. And I think Lewis is in a comfortable situation as Perez might have actually got a wee warning there. I'll check. No, he didn't.
Yeah,
Never mind
well,
that. But,
now this is when Lewis will be completely utilizing his ERS package, because yeah, at the moment he's just going to be using that down the straight, and look, Perez has nothing to answer for that unless in the corners. That was
wow.
close.
Yeah, that was very
But
close.
yeah, both of them managed to avoid contact and heading into the DRS zone. Now Perez will get the DRS. He's got to have to exit though, and look at Lewis, just accelerates off the corner and just pulls away.
Yeah, he's off.
That's
storms away there. That's mad actually.
Yeah, that's yeah, interesting. Yeah, you could be right actually, because the gap between Perez and Driftking is now 10 seconds. It used to be 12. So yeah, I don't know. We can only speculate, but let's see.
Now, Lewis, interestingly, is now put it down into none ERS. He's now bumped it back up into overtake. We had it in none that full time, and I thought Lewis just give it one lap and just bang, push, break the DRS. Because if he's trying to play a bit of team games, then he would have been doing it a lot better than he would be. And if I'm not too sure what Lewis is doing at this point. He's just kind of keeping Perez with him and possibly endangering himself with that losing this P2. Perez is going to try and go round outside. It's late on the brakes, but it's going to just be ran out of road there from Lewis. Lewis gets given room, and he cuts across the track. He's going to have to go round outside here, but he's going to think better of it. And maybe even getting the switchback, he's got a lot better run. Dan Lewis is going to be round the outside here, into turn 8, I think this is, on the switchback once again, but Lewis plays it smart and parks on the apex there. You can do that, and Lewis keeps the P2, but he might be under pressure now. Scott comes into the pits as well in P9. But very, very close battle between these two for P2.
Yeah, it could be that Lewis just wants to have a good battle, and he just just want to have a good race.
I don't see many other races willing to give up a position for that, unless they're friends. But they could be good friends, and they're just going, let's just put on a show and see how it goes.
Yeah.
But Perez, I don't see Perez getting the move done. I think that ERS situation, if I'm Perez, just try. Oh wow, and Paraquix was quicker again. 12 seconds that gap is now.
Paraquix doing a Lewis Hamilton at the moment. On 13 lap out hards, putting the fastest lap in. Wow.
Yeah. Now Lewis and Perez, they're going at it again. Perez has got a better run than Lewis this time. He's going to be round the outside. He's going to go. Is he going to try and get him in the switchback? They're going to make contact with their wheels there, and Lewis keeps the position, but Perez will want to be coming back at the Alfa Romeo in the slip, and he's got the DRS, but he doesn't have much of a ERS to play with here. Is he going to go round outside, or is he going to get a switchback? It's the same move they made last time, but it didn't work, and then Lewis squeezes him out, and it's great defending it again from Lewis, and he's not got long now, Like he has to hang on to, but Perez just not saving the ERS he needs to, and he's got to look it down the inside. Lewis gives him the room, but maybe a little bit too much from there. And can Perez come back on the switch back there? But I think, oh, he's going to go down the inside.
Whoa.
There's not a place you're not going to see a move. Lewis, give him the room again. Lewis getting a little bit kind of off-putting there. Perez, very brave, very opportunistic move there, but it didn't pay off, and he's going to have to stay behind the Alfa for one more lap. But he needs to save the ERS. If I was Perez, saving the ERS just for one lap. So he's just got enough to launch an attack. As Lewis is going very slowly there, he's having to back off, and what Perez isn't doing is saving the ERS, because Lewis has got literally, it was in 0 ERS for that full section. He's got 70 ERS and Perez has got 20. As they're coming after again, coming through the penultimate corner, through the last corner just now, that wee right kink. And it is again Lewis is going to really want that inside. He's a little bit away from going on there, trying to break the slap between Perez and the slipstream there. There is a gap on the inside. Is he going to go for it? Yes, he is.
He's gone for the
Perez,
inside.
He's going to back off, but then he's going to go back for it again. Wheel banging again between the two. Elbows out from the both from Perez, round it outside through turn 2. He's making those things, and he gets the DRS as well. But Lewis is wanting to come back now. He's in the slipstream, and he doesn't have the DRS. Round the outside, he's going to go. But Perez is going to try and squeeze him out, but Lewis, he gets it on the switchback, but he's not going to make him move here on down the inside. He nearly did what his fellow boss man friend did there in spinning the car, but very good racing from the both of them. Very brave racing from Perez, but I don't think this is the last of it. Lewis can push, but will his tyres be going off now though? That is the main threat. Perez, he's not got the ERS, but he's got the tyres, and this could be what could save him. But Lewis is closing it up again with that ERS, and Perez just needs to do what Lewis did to him, save the ERS through here, which he isn't doing. He is now Scott's fastest lap, so he will snatch that fastest lap point right off of Paraquicks, but I think Paraquicks might want to have another go at it, but he runs slightly wide there at that last corner. That is nothing to concern about.
Yep, and yeah, Lewis. Yeah, I don't know actually. He's within the DRS. Yeah, he's definitely gonna get past once again.
Yeah, he's got him definitely.
Yep, there he goes. What can you do when you're Perez at this situation? Really, you just have to fight on and hope for the best.
If I'm
at
Perez,
the penultimate lap.
I would save this lap, try and just stay with him. DRS, he's got the tyres to do so. And get him on the last lap, because then they can't get him back unless it's a silly dive bomb.
No, he's gonna get him now up the inside. It's turn 3. And he's made it stick.
That's a brilliant move there from Perez. Great from Lewis, so it could have easily just turned in and wiped him out, so it's great driving from the both of them. Can't just look at Perez for that, it has to go both ways. And now Arty wants that fastest lap, he comes into the pits and wants to take that one off Scott, but wow. It's incredible racing from the both of them there. Perez there, I was talking about silly dive bombs, it wasn't a silly dive bomb, it was calculated, I'd like to think, but Lewis is coming back, and it didn't last for long. They're both in 0 ERS, but Lewis, he's got enough, and Perez, I said that he's going to save the ERSs now. Scott does get that fastest lap, but Arty will be wanting that again, but focusing on these two, Lewis. Perez getting very close. Wow.
Yeah, Lewis's tyres are going off now, I think. He's definitely struggling on the tyres for grip. But this is allowing Perez to save some ERS for the final lap. As Paraquick starts the final lap, these two will be lighting up the final lap as they go through it. And as they hit into turn 1 for the final time of this race, Perez, Lewis definitely is going to learn the lesson from what happened last time, so he defends the inside. But is he going to keep it at the inside? Switch back from Perez, trying to get a quicker run through turn 2. Powering his way down the straight. He doesn't get the DRS. That's crucial for Perez's move. Round the outside goes Perez. Is he going to make it stick this time? Those at the back end does drift. Lewis. Yeah, his tires are gone. And that has allowed Perez to get ahead of him. That was the determining factor. The tires was everything. 3 laps in them was everything. And Perez is now ahead of Lewis at the closing stages of the race. Only a few meters of the track remaining. Can Lewis re-overtake Perez with his ERS. This is the part where he uses all of the ERS he saved up over the course of the race, and Perez looks like he's not getting away still. So we could see a last-ditch effort from Lewis come the end of the final corner.
No, he's not
possibly.
got it. He's not got it. Paraquic's coming across the line. That's good run by him, but
wow.
looking at Perez and Lewis, it is not going to be enough as there's yellow flags. That is Tom Goring being spun there, as I was about to mention. They took that, him and Reese had that epic battle. Perez comes home in P2 with Lewis. He can't choose a car in P3. Driftkingpro comes home in P4, but Tom Goring there and Reese had a great battle in that last lap. Reese did get him due to a Tom Goring mistake. He's going to come home in P5. Tom Goring will be really disappointed. He lost that position on the last lap, but 14 old mediums in there. Look at him. He's squirming about there on that last lap, but he's going to come home in P6 as he nearly crashed into the wall. But wow, that's amazing there as Label gets P7 as well. So wow, what a race, and will Arty get the fastest lap point. He is pushing like mad, so that could be a little bit. Let's see, he's 1.8 seconds up.
Well, can Arty salvage at least one more point from what could have been for Arty across the line? He does get the fastest lap point.
Scott runs wide, so yeah, Scott runs wide. He's not going to be getting much of that one there, but he comes across the line. That is P9 for him. But what a race between Perez and Lewis. They made the race for us there near the end, and that was great battling from the both of them. I said watch out for Perez, and well, he definitely delivered. P2 and Lewis there, he'll be disappointed with that one. He won last time out. Now he was probably looking for a win again, but he will take P3 in that Brendan Lee suit. So it's all round good race, I think, and yeah, that's definitely set us up well for Tier 1.
Yes, it does, and well, look at that. Perez, kudos to him. I think he's done pretty well to get himself up into P2, and man, from P9, so that's pretty good from Perez. So Paraquix is your race winner. He wins from P4, as Perez 68 and Lewis P2, P3 respectively. Both of them putting up a great fight come the end of the race. Driftkingpro doing the 2-stop and ending up finishing in P4. Reese in P5, starting P10 and doing very well to recover up into P5. Tom Goring in P6, P7 for Labour Red Devil, the two Haas. Racing Point in P8, Alfa Arty. What could have been, and I don't know where would he be if he didn't have the accident. Scott in P9, 10 you have Thorpe C, well 10, 11, 12, 13, Thorpe C, Cheesy Train, Alfs and Joel DNFing from the race. So let's get the podium drivers into this party.
Yeah, I'll try and get them in as well. But wow, what a race. That was very impressive by Phil Grid. Actually, I was expecting a lot more retirements. Only, what is it, 4 retirements in the Tier 2 race, which was very impressive. So yeah, what a race from them all. And yeah, that's 2 good races in a row, I think, for Tier 2. So yeah, very impressive indeed.
Yes, indeed. And alright, no worries. Is the rest Zingy?
Yeah, Zingy boss is Lucy's other account.
Ah, right, okay. Wait, where is Lewis gone? Oh, never mind.
I'm here. No,
I had to use my other account.
Never mind. Who are we missing?
Is Perez doing it? Perez.
Yeah, Perez.
Where's Aaron gone?
Yeah, I've tried to get him in.
He's appearing offline. There he is.
Yeah.
Invite him. Oh, I'm so pissed. What? I don't think he's joining.
Yeah, is he
We'll probably
joining?
do,
No?
we'll
Yeah, we
probably do
can
our
start
stewards
and if he
inquiry for.
joins. We can start and if he joins in, that's
Yeah.
we're good with that.
Yeah. I'll hand it over to you, Callum.
Alright, okay. So we'll start. I'll start with our race winner. So Paraquix, include your audio. Yep, got that. Yep. Well, first of all, congratulations. That's a good win in the end, and it looked comfortable, but it was a semi-quiet race. So you just talk us through your race.
Yeah, I was quite surprised everyone was doing a two-stop ahead of me, so I was quite, I did a massive overcut on the two guys in front, so I managed to create a gap of 11 seconds, and I just tried to push for the fastest lap in the end, but some guys pitted and went on soft tires, so in the end it was a pretty boring race for me. Had some overtakes, but I knew they were going to two-stop, so it didn't really take too long.
Well, you talked about a lot of people on the grid, like Lewis, actually struggling with tyre wear. You obviously opted to go in the mediums at the start. So how was it with tyre wear? Did you struggle, or was it not too bad in the end?
No, it was fine. I got a good setup for tire wear, so I could go until lap 12. Normally I go 11, but I thought just go lap 12 and do an overcut.
Well, I've not really got much else to ask unless, alright, you've got anything? We'll take that as... We'll take that as I know Perez's mic isn't working, so that means we can move straight on to P3. Lewis, in the end, you could possibly disappoint about that result. You won last time out in Melbourne, but tell me how that race went for you.
Well, I was a bit disappointed in the end. The car was great. It felt amazing during qualifying, but I accidentally put the soft tyres on. I was gonna go mediums to hards, but I didn't realise the softs were selected, so I had to stretch my softs out to like lap 9, and then my tyres were going off at the end, so I lost a lot of time to Aaron.
Oh yeah, definitely. Aaron is Perez, if anyone doesn't know.
Yes.
But
yeah.
just talk us through that battle with Aaron of Perez. That was really, really good battling. Good. It lasted long. Just kind of talk us through everything and how you kind of approached that every lap.
Well, I was just talking to Tom, and he just told me to just like keep calm. So I just like kept the calm, cleaned racing, and in the end I lost the back end eventually. He got through, and eventually he got second. He was a phenomenal driver during that race. Definitely stood out.
Oh, that's good to hear. And I'm just going to ask you one more question. Obviously, I think you're probably still leading the championship, so going into China and Baku, you might be, I'm not too sure, I'm just guessing with that, but going into China and then I think it's Baku, next two rounds, what are you looking for then? Hopefully 2 more podiums for you.
Well, I'm hoping just to keep it calm, cool, collected, consistent driving, just keep on going fast, and I can hope for another podium. China's one of my better tracks, compared to Bahrain anyway. Bahrain's like my worst track, and China's really good for pads for me. So hopefully I can maybe get another win, perhaps another podium. Who knows?
Well, that is good to hear, and unless, alright, you have anything to ask, you can round off the stream.
Yeah, well, once again, massive congrats to both of you, definitely deserved. And, well, you guys got anything to add? I think, well, I've got nothing to add.
I've got something to add.
Alright.
I didn't clip it, I'm sorry. I didn't have time because I was still in the battle, but lap 23, I think it was, going into turn 4, so we were side by side, I was on the inside, he was outside. He comes round outside. I give him just enough space for one car, maybe a little bit of a squeeze. He goes off track and comes back on, but I don't know if I hit him or not.
Yeah, I seen that. It was nothing to worry about. I don't think it was just good racing from both of you, and that thing's happen during a battle, and it was great to see from both of you, and I think it was great, and just keep it up, both of you, for the rest of the season, because it was brilliant battling.
It was.
Yep. So without anything to add, I think we should end off the stream then. So